right, welcome back to 123 for this special episode. It is post-Wrestlemania 32. Here we are. Two of us are okay. One of us is very angry. If you guys saw the live show, I don't know what happened there, but maybe stuff happened. Who knows?
I'll tell you as we go through.
No, but that's fine. That's fine.
I'll tell you.
All right. But let's get into it. Michael, glad to have you here, man.
Yep. He's not glad.
I know he's not glad, but
5 in the morning.
That makes me even happier because I can be all giddy and he's just like, I want to go to bed. I'm angry. I'm upset. I love you, Michael, man.
I gotta say, first of all, I want to thank again Justin and Alan for being there with me during the live show. We had a blast. We had a great time. We had a great miserable time, but we had a great time nonetheless. And Justin actually was with me. I guess we're gonna go from beginning to end, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I got to start with this one, and then I'll let somebody else take the next match. I think we should rotate. Let's rotate. I'll do the first, Brant will do the second, you do the third. Okay. First for me, it was really special because it was me and Justin only, and it was the ladder match, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. That match made so many promises that the night was going to be good with the results, with the action, with everything else. And, of course, Zack Ryder won. I loved it. I didn't call it. You didn't call it. You probably didn't call it. No one called it. But it was so good. I liked it. Brant didn't like it.
No. I loved it. That was, one of my favorite matches of the night. I thought we were going to talk about pre-show, too, but I guess we can skip that for now.
I missed pre-show.
You missed pre-show? I didn't see the Kalisto-Ryback match, and I watched the whole thing, so I don't know if that was just on USA, maybe.
Kalisto won.
Yeah, he won. The Total real quick, just briefly.
Okay, do the pre, because I didn't see it.
Yeah, the Total Divas match was actually really good, believe it or not. The 10 women tag match, and then they introduced the women's title after that match, and then Usos and Dudleys I don't care about. It was just whatever.
That was on the network when I turned on, was the Usos,
okay.
Dudleys. And by the way, there are some rumors about Raw, and I'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
But, Alan shared a few things with me, and then other things came up right after WrestleMania.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll remember. I got to remember to mention that at the end. But going back to this first match, Zack Ryder, I was like, it has to be Sami Zayn. It has to be one of them. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and they're going to feud, and they're not going to feud, and that involves one of the rumors. But it was so good, and now it explains why they're not going to feud and why Zack Ryder won the belt. I thought it was The Miz.
Oh, yeah. I was scared for a second it was going to be The Miz, and I was like, oh, that would be the worst outcome. That would set the stage for terribleness. If it wasn't going to be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I think I mentioned this on our last episode, I thought maybe it'd be Ziggler. I didn't want it necessarily to be, but I thought it might be. I did love that he was super kicking everybody left and right. That was cool. But Zack Ryder winning, and Zack Ryder looking better than I've ever seen him, honestly. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, it was a fantastic match. So many good things happened in that match.
I will give one rumor away early. Stardust said if he lost this match, there would be no more Stardust, that Cody Rhodes might be making a return. So there's a possibility. That's what me and Justin were saying. We can't stand Stardust. It's like we need Cody Rhodes back.
Yeah, I desperately hope for that.
So I think this was an excellent kickoff to a night that made so many promises that were either half-handed or not handed at all to us.
Okay, Michael?
What did you think of the first match?
Zack Ryder does deserve it. I mean, he's come a very long way from the beginning, and woo, you know.
Everybody was doing that on the live show. Woo.
Even that whole Ric Flair and Zack Ryder commercial thing they did with this thing.
Oh, I walked away when I saw Ric Flair because I thought it was the women's match starting, so I was like, oh, God, here we go.
No, it was a Snickers commercial.
I know. Alan called me back, and I was like, nope.
I mean, when I was hanging out with Kevin, you had to hear him. Oh, man. Because my friend Jonathan was filming some of this stuff, and he's going to post on Facebook. Oh, man. It was so funny the way he was screaming when he won. Just wait till you see it when it goes on Facebook. That was just funny.
So it's clear that we all are very happy that Zack Ryder won.
I thought it was going to be Dolph Ziggler, but Zack Ryder was my second guess, so I'm
very happy. I'm pleasantly fine being wrong with my predictions.
Yeah, me too in this case.
Oh, predictions? Oh, we'll get to those. We'll get to those.
All right, next match is yours, Brant.
See, you're gonna have to remind me what order they went in. Honestly.
Okay. I'll mention the match.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
start.
That'll-
The second match was Jericho versus AJ Styles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's exactly what we said. This is where Alan jumped in at this.
Yeah. I mean, the match was fine. It wasn't anything spectacular. I didn't think. It was fine. Counters to all their finishing moves, kicking out of finishing moves and stuff. The outcome was not what I expected at all. Obviously, I predicted AJ Styles was going to win. I thought for sure that was the way it's going to go. It's going to end the feud. But then Jericho pulls out that code breaker, and he pins him, and I'm like, what? I was really let down by that match, actually.
We Alan, Justin, and myself were very let down. We all wanted AJ to win. We wanted the feud to be over. And I think it was Justin that said, well, looks like the feud's going to keep going. And I don't want it to keep going. I'm tired of it. AJ is already not even 2 months in WWE. He's becoming stagnant already. He's getting stuck in the same circle. No championship. No, the man has no direction yet. All he's doing is fighting Jericho.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't necessarily need to be a champion yet, but
No,
he does need something fresh. Yeah, he needs to move on from this and do something else. And with Jericho winning, it does feel like that. It's going to continue, which I don't want. So
Exactly, and I don't like it. I didn't like the outcome of this match, not because I don't like Jericho. I'm very happy Jericho won. But remember, this is AJ Styles' first WrestleMania, and it'll go down in history as his first WrestleMania that he lost.
Yeah.
And it's during a feud that everyone wanted this feud. In the comments, everybody, myself, Justin, and Alan, we wanted the feud to end.
Yeah.
So he can move on to whatever. Whether it not be Kevin Owens, whether it be anyone.
Yeah. That's the main thing for me. I just wanted the feud to end. And, AJ Styles losing, it's like I want him to win because it was his first WrestleMania and it took him so long to get there. But at the same time, as long as the feud ends and they move on from that somehow, I'm fine with it. But I have an eerie feeling it's going to continue. So
do I. All right, Mike, you're the third. Oh, you have to give your opinion and then the third.
I was voting for AJ Styles, but they both put on one hell of a show. I mean, I did call.
Yes, they did.
I mean, I did call saying, watch, something tells me that he's going to do a code breaker move, and sure enough, that was going to be. I mean, you could tell Chris Jericho was setting up for that, but
yes,
AJ gave it his all, but then again, Chris Jericho, he got the win. So by all fairness, not cheating, he got the win. All right, so we go to our third match, which is the New Day versus the League of Nations.
Oh my God, the booty! That was the best.
That was awesome.
That was the best
and the League of
entrance.
Nations only consisted of Sheamus, Rusev, and Del Rio because Wade Barrett was going through some injury or something.
No, not injured.
Or whatever.
He just wasn't.
I don't know.
Wrestling.
What I liked about this match was, first of all, the New Day coming out in the Dragon Ball Z uniform of the Saiyans.
That's we all on the live show were saying that.
I really, really like that out of that Budio cereal. And and it's not for the title.
And that's how, when they said it was non-title, I knew who won already, and everybody I think knew who won.
They make sure that you ain't booty.
Okay,
sorry.
and the League of Nations did win the whole match, and then they come out saying, we're the baddest tag team there is, and all that.
Then the best part happened.
The best part was one by one. Not only did Shawn Michaels come out, but we had Mick Foley and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
When Stone Cold's music hit, I went absolutely insane.
Yeah, I was waiting for the fourth person to come out.
I thought it was The Rock.
I did too.
I was thinking it was going to be The Rock too, but I mean, 3 was good enough. I mean, they just did. I liked how after all, they took him out because we all knew that would happen. New Day came in, tried letting them all dance, and Stone Cold yeah. I'm not going to stun you anyway. He stunned him right there.
That was hilarious.
I loved it. It was perfect. It was
perfect.
Good. Even even though I hate the outcome, I found that match entertaining. It was
Yeah, it was nostalgia. It was exciting. It was, you got Texas and you got Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold come out. It was perfect. I love that.
It's Long Island.
I thought it was really good. I thought
Absolutely.
the match I didn't think was so good because it was just everywhere. The match itself was, and the ending was. I mean, the first time I want New Day to win, and of course they're going to lose because the titles aren't on the line. The best part was the aftermatch with the aftermath with
Yeah.
the three superstars. That was excellent. I was wavering because the first match was excellent. Chris Jericho, AJ, oh no, and now we're in this match where the match stunk. Like it was all right. I'm not saying it was.
It was
bad.
all right, but I think we've just seen it so many times. We're sick of it. That's what
Exactly.
it is.
Yeah, it was my least.
So,
favorite.
but then when
Yeah.
when they came out, those three came out. It's like okay, this could get better.
Hmm.
And that was my hope at the time, at least. But we all agreed on the live show as well that it was spectacular. It was great. I love that aftermath more than the match. What about you, Brant?
No, I was agreeing with you the whole time. That was, yeah, I'm in total agreement. I'm sick and tired of New Day versus League of Nations. I didn't think they were that bad. Rusev was very animated tonight. I thought he was the best I've ever seen him,
He
actually.
lost a lot of weight. Justin
Yeah.
got that notice, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right. He did.
Yeah, he was jumping around like crazy. I appreciated that, but yeah, the match was just the aftermath was my favorite part, and it was hilarious. It was classic. It was perfect. So
And then we got the match, which oh joy I get to talk about. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. This was where things started to go. And I'm going to explain why.
okay.
I'm going to explain why. This was built up to be such an awesome street fight. It was built up to be something so. I mean, you're expecting the blood. You're expecting hardcore out of the ring. This is going to. We were even talking, hey, this could bring the hardcore championship back, possibly. The match happens. It starts. All we see is chairs, a kendo stick. They show now, I didn't expect them to use it.
The
Don't think
chainsaw.
they showed the chainsaw, which I didn't expect it to get
I
used
wanted him to
at
use
all.
it.
Because, I mean, come on, it's a chainsaw, okay? If you wanted him to use it, you're nuts.
I expected the bat with the barbed wire to be actually used. I will say that.
And that's what bothered me. That's what bothered me the most. And, you take Brock Lesnar out of his element. Dean Ambrose had him going for a bit, with the chairs, like I said, the kendo stick. He went into Suplex City a few times himself. Then they finally brought out the one thing that we all wanted, the barbed wire bat. This was the part where he was going to whack, or even if Brock Lesnar would have taken it, he was going to whack Dean Ambrose. Didn't happen. He made one swing, lost the bat, F5. Well, no. Suplex into the chairs, then F5 into the chairs.
Yeah.
Match was a huge letdown. It promised way too much. No, let me explain why.
No, go ahead.
It promised a lot. It brought up a lot of expectations. It brought in a lot of hype. And for everything that was hyped, we got a fire hydrant, we got a freaking kendo stick, and we got a bunch of chairs thrown in the ring. Shane McMahon's match. They used more props in a hardcore sense than in this match.
True. Fire extinguisher.
I said, what'd I say?
Hydrant.
Damn it!
They brought out the hydrant.
Damn it! Hold on.
That would be something if they brought a fire hydrant in there.
It would have been something, but
Yeah, it would have been something.
it let me down. It
Okay.
let all of us on the live show down. And the win. I mean, one of us said it has to be Brock. I forgot which one. It was either Alan or Justin. One of them, I think it was Alan that said he'll vote Brock, or Justin because Justin said his heart says he wants Dean, but his mind said Brock. But regardless if Brock won or lost, the match was the hugest letdown because it was built up so much.
Okay. I will actually counter that. And I agree with some points that you made. It was supposed to be a lot more hardcore. I agree. They should have done something a little bit more. Made Dean Ambrose really give it to Brock and be believable that he was going to win at some point. I agree with that. And should have been a little bit more bloody because it's Dean Ambrose and he's crazy, he's psychotic. That's, he's a lunatic fringe. And Brock Lesnar's a beast. So I agree with that point. I also agree with it was Justin that said he thought Brock was going to win. Yeah, about halfway through the match, I started thinking about it too, and I was like, I really want Ambrose to win, and I called Ambrose to win, but then I started thinking about it, and Brock got cheated out of his world title match. He beat The Undertaker. There's no way he's going to lose to Ambrose. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. But overall, I actually enjoyed it. It made Dean Ambrose look more credible, I thought.
Yeah, it built him up, definitely, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, because he went toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar and was asking for more, It's just, I don't know. I didn't hate it as much as you did. I'm disappointed that there wasn't more of the hardcore stuff, and I'm disappointed he lost, but I didn't hate the match at all.
I guess my disappointment, or the bigger disappointment, is because I know what comes next. Because at that moment, I was just complaining that it was promised to be more hardcore. So it was really if you watch the live show, you see it was a disappointment that the fact that we didn't get, not the result, that we didn't get what was hyped. Truly. That's what but then as the night went on, I got soured a little bit more and more. What about you? What did you think?
I really thought it was pretty good, the match. I mean, it was kind of brutal. And I was hoping he would use the chainsaw. I mean,
I was like, how are you going to use a chainsaw?
Go at a miss and cut through a table or something.
That would have been fine. I would have lived with that.
Yeah, like maybe something like that. But I thought the match was not at all that bad. I actually enjoyed that one. I mean, I was saying, Dean Ambrose should get that push forward because, he has been, trying to get forward, and beating Brock Lesnar would actually give him that foot forward. But Brock, and even when he had that kendo stick down, like we were just saying, just him between the legs, like seriously, just do it. And then it's like saying, thank you, about time you listened.
Yep. Because it was legal.
But yeah, that was just very brutal. Because then after that, also, the match was the WWE Hall of Fame induction.
Oh, yeah, ceremony. They did the little ceremony. And we all thought that Sting was going to do something at WrestleMania. We were hoping that he would involve himself some way.
I didn't think he was.
I was hoping. You always
All we just heard was his announcing of his retirement, which at first was a rumor, but then at the Hall of Fame, it was actually...
Fully announced.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad Brant has this one. Speaking of champions, the women's match, the 3-way women's match, which I love Sasha Banks' entrance, though. I will give her that.
I love Sasha Banks' entrance. I was
come on, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The match was okay. Becky Lynch was amazing in the match. I will give it to her. She was amazing in the match. She was beating the crap out of Charlotte. But Sasha, it was like they kept her out of the match for most of the match. She just kept getting thrown outside, which upset me because I was like, I could already see it was going. It was either going to be Charlotte or Becky at that point because they were just tossing her left and right. And I was like, oh man, because I'm a big Sasha fan. I wanted her to win.
Me too.
And be the first women's champion.
What did you think of the belt, by the way? I think it was it was perfect. It's
I love the belt
of the males championship.
I completely agree with that. Yeah, I think it's awesome. So yeah, I mean, it was typical. Flair got involved and cost Sasha the match, and then Charlotte and it doesn't really surprise me because it's Charlotte Flair, but it's very disappointing. I was very disappointed by the outcome of that match.
This was my most disappointing match of the night, even though there were other matches that disappointed me. This was the most disappointing.
I agree.
And I'm going to explain why. First of all, Charlotte's entrance, where basically she's wearing a female version of Ric Flair's robe.
Yeah.
And she was also, until the last match, the only superstar that got fireworks. In and outside.
Yeah.
The arena. You could argue because she's the women's champion. You could argue whatever you want to argue. Which, by the way, women's champion, again, Vince is watching our show.
Yeah.
Beside the point, though, you could argue that it's because she's Ric Flair's daughter. I'm sorry.
Let me jump in to say not to take anything away from her talent.
No, not
yes.
anything away from her talent, yes.
Yeah.
Now, the Devolution, which was amazing at the beginning of last year when Paige and they all, ran wild, and the women's division went from being a divas division, which was just divas, to legit women wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this put a nail in the coffin for the Devolution because Ric Flair has injected himself from the adult, from the male version of his wrestling. Now he's injected himself right into the female wrestling, right into the women's division, and his daughter is becoming what he was in wrestling, and Ric Flair got old very fast. His personality, there were times where they had to scale him back to bring him back to the limelight. And and the cheating thing. I'm sorry, this was WrestleMania, and they did exactly what they did last pay-per-view, what they did the pay-per-view before that, what they did the pay-per-view before that, and what they did, I believe, the pay-per-view before that, because those 4 pay-per-views, she was all heel.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time it was because Ric Flair held the rep. He held Sasha from going into the ring this time. He distracted one of the women. You know what I mean? It's always it's his fault that Charlotte keeps winning, which, as you say, she's an awesome wrestler, very talented. She worked her way. She got the belt from Nikki, after beating the record. This is ruining her talent by continually showing, if not for Ric Flair, she would have lost. If her father didn't interfere, she would have lost. So basically, it's not her talent that's winning her the match. It's because her father is sticking his nose in, and she's winning. It really tarnishes a little bit of her talent because they're doing what Flair did with Evolution as well, and she's a good wrestler. You said it yourself, and I'm agreeing with you on that she's a good wrestler. But the fact that Rick is continually involving himself with let her be her own person. She's a female Ric Flair.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop you for a second. I agree with you on a lot of points there. Again, I disagree with you on a couple things too, though.
Okay.
Flair always had the Horseman cheat for him.
Of course.
But Flair was really good.
Right.
So it's a classic heel thing. You cheat to win. It's kind of a thing. I get it. It doesn't legitimize her as being as good as she is. But she proved that when she was a face and she got the titles. It is getting old. I'm tired of seeing Ric Flair. I don't want him to get involved in matches. I want to see a fair match. What I will disagree with you on is that you said it killed this Diva Revolution. And I disagree with that because I think the fact that these three were on the grandest stage of them all, fighting for this new women's title, it was possibly...
I have to agree with you because I've got something. You're right.
Okay, it was possibly the biggest women's match in WWE history.
I have to agree with you for that, but I also I agree because I remembered one of the things that's going to happen tomorrow that was, okay. The room related. You're right. It could still be saved.
Okay, so we can stop rambling. Michael, what'd you think of this match?
Well, first of all, I was voting for Sasha Banks to win this one.
We all did. We all did.
I liked the intro that Snoop Dogg did, and but I do have to hand one good move that Charlotte did was that moonsault thing.
Mm-hmm.
She did that backwards flip. I thought that was great, but I knew that somehow it was going to be Flair that was going to interfere because that whole thing happened. I wish that they did have Sasha Banks in the match more instead of less with that, but I do like the new belt of the women's championship. That was said by Lita, actually, and she looks good for her.
Lita looks amazing. When I saw her there, I was like, hello.
Yeah, but
you got rid of Matt and you got rid of Edge. You never tried me.
Yeah, but
Lord.
I'm just saying.
With Charlotte retaining, I kind of did see that coming, but possibly by next pay-per-view,
Lita will come back and beat them all up.
Maybe one of them will have a shot at Charlotte. Maybe somebody else will.
Oh, I think somebody else is going to.
But I really thought that WrestleMania was going to be the point where she was going to lose that belt.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I have a feeling I know who she's going to lose it to.
Speaking of, you mentioned Nikki, Chris. She actually came out during the after the Total Divas match. She came out in the ring and she was wearing a neck brace and everything. But it was at least she got to come to WrestleMania.
You do know Bree's probably leaving, right?
Yeah, I know.
She's pregnant.
Is she pregnant?
She might be pregnant. It was on Instagram. She took a picture and it said Mama Bella.
Wow. Okay. Well, she was wrestling.
I don't have her on Instagram to confirm or deny, but
Yeah.
that was one of the rumors that I remembered when you said that.
She was wrestling pretty physically to be pregnant. She actually was the best I'd seen her too. She was like she rolled into the yes lock from a down position. It was pretty cool. But anyway, I digress.
No, that's really cool. I want to watch that match. That's the one pre-show match I definitely want to check out.
It was pretty good.
All right, so you've got Shane McMahon versus Undertaker. You're so lucky.
Wasn't it my turn?
No, you were the Divas, right?
Yeah.
You have Shane McMahon, Undertaker.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So this is Shane McMahon versus Undertaker in a Hell in the Cell match. Now, if Shane McMahon won this, he would get control of Monday Night Raw, and Undertaker would never compete in any WrestleMania event again.
This was done so badly.
Badly?
You think?
Badly?
Because nothing happened. It was a straight up match.
Are you high? Or something?
I thought it was amazing.
But yeah, let him give his opinion first.
Yeah, because already I'm arguing my point
Like,
before I actually
first
let him
off,
talk.
I was saying to myself, they never went outside the Hell in the Cell. Like, they never went to the top or climbed to the top or anything.
The last time, that's right.
But after I was saying, it's going to happen. Like, I had a feeling that someone was going to go out of the cage.
Shane.
Well, one of them, really. And do that. And then when I saw the table thing, I'm like saying, you don't think Shane would be that crazy to jump? And sure enough, when he climbed up that cage, and we all started to sing, "No, it can't be true," like Toy Story. It's a thing that's everywhere. But
yeah, of course.
I just say, like,
I love how you just wave it off, like, yeah, of course, everybody does that.
I mean, after that whole thing where they knock one of the cage things open, the sides. And then him jumping off that, and Undertaker moving out of the way when he went on the table.
That was the beginning of the end.
How he moved after that, I mean, I knew that there was a cushion or something that prevented his fall to be more injured. I mean, Shane gave it his all, but after that...
You would like to believe that.
But after tap, like saying, "Oh, you were a good boy in the match, but I'm sorry, I got tombstone you." And sure enough, Undertaker tombstoned him. And, well, I guess we're not going to be getting Here Comes the Money thing for Monday Night Raw because, well, he lost against The Undertaker. And The Undertaker, minus the whole beating of the one streak that happened 2 years ago, he won.
Now, the match itself was amazing. I loved it. Every moment of it, from beginning right up to the 1, 2, 3 count. Whole thing. You bring Shane back. You get us all excited for 2 months. I'll make you a $100 bet we won't see Shane again. Unless what Justin said, what you're going to say is true.
No. I was going to say I kind of felt like maybe, after seeing the end of that match, I felt like maybe this was his goodbye.
It could be, or there's a swerve. Justin thinks there might be a swerve with Shane. So I don't know what it is. Well, we're not getting a new anything. It looks like Authority, regardless of the main event, Authority is still going to have control over wrestling, which I guess is Vince's big middle finger to everybody who's complained about his wrestling the past year, and him basically saying we're going to continue doing whatever we want. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the outcome. That off the top, I was scared. For some reason, I was very worried, Shane being all the way up there, and I was like, please.
Too.
I was like, please, when he comes down, let him move, let him breathe, let him do something so we know he's okay. And thank God the first thing he did was move around a little bit because that's scary. Every time somebody does something like that, and it's Shane, his kids are in the audience.
It's like just a few inches to the left or right, and that could have been very, very bad.
Exactly. The match itself was, now this is what I mean. This was the match that Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar should have had. This was hardcore. You had that jump with the trash can. You had the ring. You got the beating up, the through the table, even though it was one person going through the table. But you had so many things going on, and then the ending. It was beautiful if the company wasn't on the line. But it felt like the message Vince gave us with this match was, I'm going to do what I want. I know you're complaining about all the things that Shane was saying, but too bad. And that's that. The match itself was glorious. The action was amazing. I mean, our eyes were like this throughout most of the live show on this match. So it's not taking away from an awesome match. And you know Shane's fine. When he's being driven away with his thumb in the air going like that, you know he's completely and utterly fine. This was all for show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was a very hard fall. Regardless, I don't care. Yeah, no, I agree. It was an amazing match, and the way he just kept going, come on, give me more, give me more. I love that he got Undertaker in 2 submission holds, and almost made him tap. That's huge. I mean, the way the Undertaker played that up too is like, he was impressed, and I thought that was amazing. The outcome, yeah, it's not. We lost either way. It was an impossible thing, and I don't know what to expect from here. I kind of felt like maybe it was
swerve. I wanted to swerve Sting. Somebody.
I want some kind of swerve, even if it happens on Raw tomorrow. I want some kind of swerve, but I still think that maybe after seeing that it was okay. I'm back for one more go. This is my swan song. Gave it my all, kind of thing. And I don't want that because I love Shane McMahon, and best shape of his life. Best shape of his life. He looked tremendous. And he was boxing. He was doing. I mean, he was just amazing. And Taker was, amazing as well. I love the match. It's just, I'm so sick of this authority thing.
I'm very sick of it, and this has been saying too bad.
Yeah.
Too bad. Which now leads us into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which I'm not going to list everybody there, but I was actually very happy to see Baron Corbin from NXT there. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, when I saw him, I said that, if anything, I'd love for him to be towards the end, ironically. Mm-hmm. And the big surprise here was Shaquille O'Neal. And I'm like, huh. Uh-huh. And Shaquille O'Freaking-Neal, you bring him back.
That would have been okay, because I don't know if you ever saw WrestleMania 2, but they had some football players in the Battle Royal and everything, and that's fine. It would have been fine if he did more than just grab a throat and then get thrown out.
That was very BS with him and the Big Show. Everybody just gagged up and threw him out, and then it became a legit Battle Royal where everybody was just fighting everybody else.
And if you notice, as they're walking away, they're like arm in arm, like, oh, that was good.
The camera guy made a mistake, because when he got up, I think the camera was supposed to go back to the ring, and they flubbed up, and that's why he picked him up, shook his hand, patted him on the back, and they walked out like best friends.
The camera work all through the night bothered me. I thought there were so many mistakes. There was one time during the Hell in a Cell match, since we just talked about that, where Shane was about to jump off the stairs onto Taker, and they just put it on Taker, and I thought we were going to miss the leap, and they barely got it back in time before he jumped off the stairs. It was like, there was all kinds of stuff like that happening all night, and I hated that they kept going to the outside of the building. I don't care about the fireworks. That was dumb.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%, but that was a botch-up, but a funny one, because you got to see them being very friendly at the end. I mean, we know it's fake, but still, it was funny, and it's going to be on Botchamania. Yeah. But Baron Corbin won, and this is NXT, the next generation of NXT wrestlers finally coming up, because now you know Baron Corbin is going to be part of the roster, and it explains why he lost the takeover, because he moved up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised you didn't mention Diamond Dallas Page.
He did. Didn't you hear him?
Oh, no, I didn't hear him.
Yeah, he said DDP was in it. I said that was awesome. It was right before you started talking about the camera work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, no worries. But that was great. And also that other guy, the Indian.
Tatanka.
That was good.
At least he got to pull off one diamond cutter. That was pretty cool.
He should have stayed in longer, but...
Yeah. I love...
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Towards the end, I was like, it's going to be one of the big guys. It's going to be Kane, Big Show, Mark Henry, and I was like, surely they won't give it to Baron Corbin. Surely.
Oh, you were upset. I was so happy.
No. I didn't think they'd do it. I didn't think they'd go there. And then when he comes in and just comes up from behind and tosses him out and wins it, I was like, oh All right, that's awesome. NXT. This was a big step for NXT with the women, with Baron Corbin. I mean, it was a lot going on for NXT. Sami Zayn coming up.
Speaking of NXT, you want to hear the two rumors that are huge? One rumor is Bayley is going to be on Raw this week, and she's going to be moving up. That might be why she lost the belt.
Ooh, yes.
And Finn Balor is coming up because there was an interruption between him and Kevin Owens, and the rumor is they're going to be feuding. And he's going to be moving up, so that means he's going to lose his belt soon, and he's going to join the full-time roster.
Interesting. So you think Bayley will come challenge Charlotte?
I think she's going to pull... I doubt it, but it would be really cool if she pulled a Paige.
Yeah, night after WrestleMania, beat her for the title. Yeah, that would be awesome.
But I think she deserves it. She's proven herself, and I think that's why they took the belt away from her with Asuka, to give Asuka the run now and say, Bayley, please, we need help.
Yeah.
we need Bayley. She's gonna help. That's why I agreed again with you that the devolution might be saved by Bayley coming up.
That would be awesome.
And Finn Balor,
yeah,
he's up and he's gonna go after Kevin Owens first. Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
I would love to see Finn Balor versus AJ Styles.
Well, the rumor is, think about it, the tag team they had.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. Those are two rumors that Finn Balor is not definite for this Monday. Bayley is. Finn Balor said either this or next Monday night he should be showing up.
Cool.
It's going to be huge. You're next with the main event. Oh, no! I'm sorry. You're not. You're the wonderful Rock segment, because that counts as a match.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, I'm sorry about the Memorial, yes.
It was unexpected that Baron Corbin won, but yeah.
You don't know who Baron Corbin is?
I don't know, so let's go to the next one.
He's a former football player.
Football or baseball?
No, he's a former football player. Football. I can't remember which team he played for.
Cardinals. No, he was St. Louis. St. Louis.
Okay. So yeah, he was a football player, and he's in NXT now. So.
Well, now he's WWE.
Well, he was NXT. So now at the Rock segment?
Yeah, that's all you. That ruined the night.
It didn't ruin the night. It wasn't that bad. It was okay. He comes out to tell everybody, that they broke the attendance record, which I thought was awesome. Almost 102,000 people.
101,763.
Yeah.
How the hell did you remember that number?
I remembered it too.
Oh. How the hell do people remember these things?
I wrote it down. There's a thing called a pen and paper.
I just finished watching it, so it wasn't that long ago.
He wrote
There's a pen and paper that was invented.
So yeah, that was awesome. And then the Wyatts come out. And, there's that whole exchange, and Rock plays him up and everything. And he says, we're going to have a match. Which I thought it would have been better to do an impromptu Bray Wyatt versus Rock and have it actually be a cool match. I think that would have been better, which is maybe why you're saying it was terrible.
Things.
Yeah, I know the thing coming up after that. I would have rather that, because I think that would have been an amazing match, The Rock versus Bray Wyatt. But it's Rowan instead. He beats him in 6 seconds with the Rock Bottom. 6 seconds. And so then the Wyatts come in. They're going to attack Rock, and out comes John Cena.
Fuck him.
So we got the good one first with Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Mick Foley. Now we get John Cena returning and Rock giving them the obligatory welcome back as they do all their finishers on the Wyatts and walk out together. And yeah.
The Rock's entrance was longer than The Undertaker's.
That's true.
11:40. It started at 11:35. I believe 36. He got in the ring at 11:40 something.
Longer if you count the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Oh, that's right. See, I was complaining about the cheerleaders. I'm like, Jesus, we're gonna have cheerleaders.
It was close to 11, not 11:40. It was like 10.
All I'm saying is, I complained that they were cheerleaders, but I would have taken the cheerleaders because I was complaining all night. Isn't The Rock hosting WrestleMania? He's not really hosting it like Hulk Hogan did, where he showed up at multiple points of the night. But then look, the main event's next. There's only one thing left. And here comes The Rock finally. Oh, you remember that you're hosting. Congratulations. Lights his name on fire. Big. I do have to admit that is a very nice flamethrower he had. That's very nice. He goes to the ring then, makes the mention about the record-breaking thing, which was awesome. Doesn't shut up. Keeps talking.
It's The Rock. Of course he talks.
Of course. Then the Wyatts come out, and I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. Of all the things to do with the Wyatts, because the Wyatts didn't have a match, you're gonna put them with The Rock. Okay. They're gonna just bullshit back and forth. It'll be over if we get to the championship. It's 11:40 something, so we already know it's gonna go over.
Mm-hmm.
Bray Wyatt challenges The Rock. I don't care what anybody says. He personally challenged The Rock and said he was gonna obliterate him. Rock takes off his pants. So this was all set up from the beginning that, hey, if The Rock's hosting, let's give The Rock a match. I mean, he's The Rock. It's a Rock match. Okay. Bray Wyatt steps out of the ring, and it's Eric Rowan. What the frick?
Well, it's because Rock said, I don't care which one of you it is.
Right.
So that gave them...
I thought they were going to get Strowman.
Yeah.
I thought it would be Strowman, but I guess they can't make him...
I was kind of hoping he would face all three of them individually. Like, beat Rowan, beat Strowman, and then him and Bray Wyatt go at it.
That's what Justin thought at first. It was going to be one cycle into the other, into the other. It didn't happen that way.
It would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better. I think it might have been a little better. But this was just stupid. You know, The Rock's hosting. We got to go over the top with The Rock. And then the Wyatts have no match, so we'll, we need something for Bray and the other, so we'll let them screw around with The Rock. And then fucking John Cena. John Cena's like Batman for DC Comics. They need him. There is not a WrestleMania this man has missed yet. I don't care if he was medically cleared last week. He had nothing to do with WrestleMania, but they found a reason to throw the son of a bitch right in the middle stage. So, I'm sorry! I wanted one pay-per-view without the guy. One WrestleMania. And
I was about to say, we got pay-per-views without him.
Yeah, one WrestleMania, and it's like, John Cena's okay? We need him. John Cena's the thing that holds up WWE's back. Whatever. WWE can't exist without John Cena, so guess what? The Rock's fighting the three Wyatts. I thought he could take all three on his own. He said he could, but no, here comes John Cena. And I threatened Alan, because he made a joke. Before John Cena came out, I said, wouldn't it be funny if John Cena came out? I lifted up my knife and I said, you want to die? Because I was eating dinner. John Cena's music hits and I held up the knife. And I said, Alan, I'm going to kill you. He's like, I was just joking. I didn't mean it. I said, it's okay. I'm not going to kill you. It's okay. That was an unnecessary segment just to push the pay-per-view longer. And it would have been fine if it would have ended with The Rock. It really would have. Why did WWE have to find a reason to put John Cena out there?
Because he was coming back. It was like, it's WrestleMania. We got to have all our top stars that are medically cleared be there. That's all it was.
I was very upset that Seth Rollins wasn't there.
If Seth Rollins or Randy Orton had been medically cleared, they would have been there. Randy
Orton's never going to be medically cleared, but Seth Rollins could have made an appearance.
He's just chronically injured, right?
He's Randy just a chronic case of pain. I swear he is. I'm sorry, but I didn't like it. I mean, kill me for being the one out of probably the three of us that hated it. I hated it. Justin was like, this is disgusting. This is terrible. And I think Alan was too scared to say anything at that point. Because when John Cena hit, he was ready to run out the door.
I didn't hate it. It was just like, whatever.
I didn't like it. No, you said whatever. I was already angry at certain results, certain other things, that this was just like, okay, you just gave me shit, and now you put diarrhea on top of the shit, and you just made a mess.
You're a very negative person.
I'm not negative. I can't stand John Cena. One WrestleMania.
So what did you think, Michael? This was a waste of my 11 minutes.
Oh my God! Okay.
I couldn't, and then just John Cena. I just my chair saying, "Well, guys, it was nice seeing you." I'm really like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? Now I said, one of you guys jinxed, and I swear, if I find out which one of you did, I swear.
It was Alan.
No, not Alan. One of my friends there, and I'm like saying, I forgot who it was, but you're lucky. I am so pissed off that I forgot right now. But why is there a John Cena coming in the ring?
There was no purpose.
What was the purpose of this segment?
To welcome him
11
back.
minutes?
Brant said to welcome him back.
I mean, did you not want Roman Reigns to go in
I
the
think
ring?
I think there was a conspiracy backstage. They were still debating if Roman should win a Triple H. It's like, go out.
Or it was like, oh, let's put The Rock out right before Roman. Maybe they'll remember they're related and cheer for him.
Well, we'll get to that with the last match. But yeah, I feel like maybe that's what happened, which I forgive Cena them for. They were probably still in the back going, do we let Triple H win? Do we let Roman Reigns win? Do we find, what do we do? Get out there, Rock. Just talk your freaking heart out. Do what you do best. And John, you get out there and you're your heart out tonight. You're wrestling. And he's like jumping into his wrestling gear while the Rock's talking. And he's like, I'm ready to go whenever we're ready. Yo, yo, yo. And he just runs out the ring at the very last second. With his never give. I used to love that saying. I used to really love it a lot until John Cena shoved it in everybody's face to never give up.
Trust your instincts.
Follow your dreams is better than trust your instincts.
Let's never give up. Trust your instincts of Star Fox. I mean, you got to remember the line.
I don't know. I felt like I wanted one WrestleMania without him. I know he didn't have a legit match. He didn't. He didn't wrestle for anything. But we didn't need John Cena at WrestleMania.
Which then we will not consider that happen and go to our main event of the night where.
Well, Brant, wait. Do you have anything else you wanted to add?
No. I'm ready to move on from this.
So we go to our main event now where it's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion of Triple H versus Roman Reigns. I do have to admit, though, that whole Stephanie McMahon at the beginning was
What the heck?
What was that?
What the hell was that?
Was it
the hell
weird?
is wrong
Was
with
it?
you?
Was it weird that I actually got turned on by her wearing all that leather?
I was like, what?
I actually was like, hi.
She was actually quite attractive.
She was
like
amazing
saying,
in that leather
I was
outfit
like
with
saying,
throne and
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
I'm just saying, hello, I'm Michael. I don't know if we met, but I have to admit.
she has 3 kids.
But you
Married to Triple H.
I was saying, but have you ever considered being in a movie of being like the warrior or something? I don't know, but like, but anyway, wait. But
Stop talking a minute,
but
please.
wait. But she really? I thought that Triple H was gonna come out with that whole thing with the Mortal Kombat. What's that guy's name? But anyway. The entrance of this, him coming out was that entrance, and then Roman just comes out from his thing, doing his thing from the stands. So he comes in.
He didn't do his thing from the stands. He came out from backstage.
Oh, from backstage.
He's not doing the stands anymore, Brant. I guess they changed it.
Yeah, he's done with that. Yeah. They're afraid he's going to get ambushed and beat up on the way to the ring.
But the coolest part was that she got speared by Roman Reigns. This was like during the match, and that was something because she was stopping the referee from counting 1, 2, 3 when Roman Reigns had him after that Superman punch that he did. And sure enough, after that spear and then that whole big thing of what happened there, we have crowned a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, which was Roman Reigns, because we all know that Triple H is on an injured list, and we know that
he's not injured. He's not injured.
He can't really.
Yes, he can.
Wrestle he
can.
The knee thing.
No, he can wrestle. He chooses not to wrestle.
Yeah, well, there you have it. That's where Roman Reigns wins. Fireworks are blasting everywhere in WrestleMania, and
there was a picture. Did you see the picture of him walking out carrying his daughter? That was so precious, actually.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
I love the spear because we haven't seen anything like that because it's kind of a thing you don't. It's been since they went PG. You don't like interact with the opposite sex that way, and I thought that was cool. It was a little nod. It was like It wasn't done on purpose, thank goodness. But it was, well, as far as we know.
As long as you went well.
Yeah. No, I thought that was well done, though. I thought the match was pretty well done. I would have liked to have seen Roman do a few more wrestling moves.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of striking. You know?
Except continual.
Yeah, he did that too much. A little bit. But
Oh.
I thought it was a decent match. It was a pretty good match. And, you know, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I like Roman Reigns, so I'm happy that he won. I know that everybody in there was booing like crazy
Oh my God,
throughout the whole match.
That a few people on Twitter were really the arena in the. I mean, I've heard John Cena boos, but they were cheering for John Cena at WrestleMania more than they were cheering for Roman Reigns.
They were cheering for Triple H all through that match. It was it was like every time he hit somebody, it was like boo, and Triple H hits him, and it's like yeah.
Yeah. Now you were saying something.
You just took the words right out of my mouth, both of you.
Oh yeah.
To mention the boo and George, your time to say.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, it's fine. It's just good. Just go.
Okay. I thought, I was complaining that they really didn't play up entrances for this WrestleMania. I was very disappointed.
I agree with that.
I mean, the Booty-O's was good.
Yeah,
Jericho's coat was special.
Hmm.
Some people had different attire.
And also they had the Sasha Banks with the late great Eddie Guerrero thing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was another awesome thing. I forgot.
That with Snoop Dogg.
That made me love her so much more because she's a big Eddie Guerrero fan. He was like her hero, and I'm a huge Eddie Guerrero fan.
Of that ceremony too.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So I mean, there were some special things, and Triple H, they half went over the top, half didn't. Instead of him wearing the skull mask, it was the same skull mask he wore 2 WrestleManias ago, except they cut it into a mask for Stephanie, which at first I thought it was Triple H until she took the mask off, and I'm like, whoa, who smacked her with the hotness stick? It's the leather. It had to be the leather.
It was probably the leather.
She's also very fit. She is. She does fitness stuff. She's been on magazines and stuff.
She's really good. And we were saying this in the match, and I want to say this before the match. Stephanie and Triple H outside of the ring are polar opposites of what they are in the ring.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Stephanie has done so much charity work and so many drives. Triple H is constantly looking for new talent for NXT and runs/owns NXT, and he does a lot of charity work and a lot of extra things. And I don't understand why. I mean, I understand it's wrestling and you got to have bad guys, good guys. I don't understand why the Authority has to be bad. I mean, at this point, we all know as fans, and you could turn on the network and find out that they're doing really amazing things. I don't understand why they've got to push for Triple H and Steph to be so bad when they're so good outside the ring. I understand it's wrestling. It's fake. You got to have bad guys, and the Authority is the bad,
Yeah.
But you can change it.
That's all it is. It's Vince 2.0. That's what Triple H is.
I know.
That's all it
Vince
is.
never did any charity work or anything like that. See, the only charity he wanted was whatever went in his pocket.
Yeah, and it's why I actually do, even though I'd love Shane to be more involved, I actually do feel like the company's in good hands when Vince is
It's in
done.
very good hands. One of the other was Mike Delmo or something. I don't know what his full name is. He's an owner of something. Made Vince an offer if he ever wants to sell WWE, or if the McMahons ever want to sell WWE, he wants to buy WWE from them.
Will never happen.
Oh, of course it'll never happen. I don't even know why that popped up as a rumor even. That was stupid.
Yeah, that will never, ever happen.
No. I think they would have to be WWE would have to be literally ready to go in the garbage before they even consider that. But, okay, the match now. The entrance for Triple H was awesome. Half. The Stephanie part was really good. The people like that.
It was very strange.
The video was very strange. And Stephanie, I was too busy looking at her to hear her, but she's a married woman, but anyway, other than that, he came out very regular, and Roman Reigns' entrance was very bland. His costume was
right. He did the gold and black, and yeah, that was the only change. It was just a regular entrance, though.
Yeah, and it was like you've got a gigantic arena. You could walk from the top all the way down, and it would be a grand entrance.
Yeah. Something. Anything.
Yeah, and it was nothing. So he came to the ring. The wrestling match itself was brutal. I agree with you. He should have wrestled more instead of looking for the aggressive, moves. Triple H. See, this is proof, again, that Triple H can wrestle. Why is he giving up the belt and just going right back to being corporate? He has years left on him. And you can't say, well, he wants to be with his family more. This is his family. This is his business.
I would argue that he keeps himself healthy enough to do these, while matches. Whereas if he was full-time, his knees might not hold up.
One more run wouldn't kill him. Wouldn't kill him, though. But I don't see it happening right now anyway. Maybe later on. Maybe he'll get the itch to wrestle and want to wrestle again. He was good, though. Triple H held his own and proved that he still got way more in him than a lot of wrestlers at his age.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave it his all, but Roman he came out on top, won the match. We all knew it, though. We all called it because we knew Triple H wasn't going to hold it, and we knew that Roman Reigns was going to take it. But the good news is the rumor that's circulating, which I'll get to that in a moment, but we knew that was going to be the end. But what I was hoping for was, since Cena came back, I was hoping that maybe Seth Rollins would somehow get involved. Not steal the belt, obviously, because he can't, but it would have been a great way to build up the feud between him and Triple H, because if Triple H kept the belt and Seth Rollins wanted it back, because he never lost it, he forfeited it, if he would have expected Triple H to give it back to him and Triple H is like, no, that would have been a perfect way to start a feud.
I mentioned I think it was last episode when I gave my idea for how you get Roman Reigns over with the fans. I had another idea hit me during this match, which, again, it would depend on Seth Rollins being healthy, which he's obviously not yet. If Seth Rollins was, and he could have come into this match acting like he was going to help Triple H, and then turn on Triple H, Dean Ambrose comes out, you reunite the Shield, have him win the title, that would have done it as well. But
it could still happen when Seth Rollins gets better, and maybe that'll fix Roman Reigns. But I thought it was, we knew it was happening, and the outcome was predictable. So as great as the match was, there was never a doubt in my mind that Roman was going to win.
Yeah.
Even when Stephanie tried to cheat with Triple H, there was never a doubt. I knew that WrestleMania was going to end with him holding the belt, because last year, at this exact moment, is where he lost the belt because of Seth Rollins. You knew this year was going to be a mirror opposite. So that took away from the match because you knew what was going to happen before it happened. And I think that's why they really were trying. I think they were debating all the way until the match actually happened, maybe even during the match, because Stephanie was whispering a lot of things to Triple H and Roman.
Yeah.
So you never know. Maybe at that moment they were like, you know what, screw it. Let Roman win and we'll deal with the backlash later.
Yeah.
But he won, and we knew it was going to happen. Did everybody say about the last match? Because, all right, other rumors that have circulated since then, and I'm going to... Bayley coming to Raw is one. Finn Balor coming to a Raw soon is another. I want to find the link so I can do it. Finn Balor to feud with Kevin Owens was another. I'm trying to load it up. Okay, no more Stardust. The possibility that Cody Rhodes is coming back is another one. Oh, the person that put his money, John DeMol, Dutch media tycoon, John DeMol is the one. The other one is WWE wants to get Brock Lesnar back in the WWE title picture soon, and a SummerSlam match with Roman Reigns is on the table. However, Lesnar verbally said, Lesnar himself told AP last week he was at his limit for appearances, so a championship run would either be similar to his last one or cost Vince McMahon more money.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, because we've seen that before, and that means Brock has to win. which I don't want again. And it's the last run he had. He was like showing up, every other pay-per-view.
Exactly, and the belt was, again, just like when it was with Triple H, MIA.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either, and I don't think that I think that Brock Lesnar, he's at his limit.
Quite possibly, unless he gets a really good offer.
Personally, I feel like he's doing this just for the paycheck. He's not doing it for the fans. He's not doing it because he loves it. He's not doing it, for anything. Wrestlers, their goal is to become champion. Brock Lesnar became champion. He doesn't like people. He doesn't like being around people. He's the only wrestler in history I know that has a limited appearances because he doesn't want to be around people and because he literally lives paycheck to paycheck. Let the man sail off into the sunset. He's not the next. Shit, I'll take John Cena going after Roman Reigns at SummerSlam before Brock Lesnar because I'm tired of him. Everybody now knows since the Stone Cold podcast he hates people and doesn't like being around them. He limits himself around them. John Cena at least likes people. Give John Cena the belt.
That's not even my problem. My problem is he's unbeatable. You can't put him against somebody and have him beat. So, if you're going to put him up against Roman Reigns and you have Roman Reigns go over, then what does that say about Brock Lesnar? And people are going to hate that because they're going to be cheering for Brock Lesnar the whole match.
Right, because
it just doesn't make sense.
And if Roman wins, it's even worse because then you're screwing Roman even harder down the road of John Cena.
Yeah, there's no win with that. I don't.
So those were the rumors that have popped up. I'm very excited for Bayley. I'm very excited for Finn Balor. I'm very excited for Baron Corbin. He's an ultimate heel that will be amazing for WWE. I'm glad Cody Rhodes will be coming back. Remember, these are all just rumors. Rumors are rumors until they're proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Speaking of Cody Rhodes, real quick, I love that he had the polka dots.
I know that ladder, right?
Yeah, and on his outfit, too.
He matched.
Yeah, well, of course, but, tribute to Dusty Rhodes. That was awesome.
Okay, overall pay-per-view rating time. I'm saving mine for last because I already kind of accidentally spilled it on the live show.
Out of 5, I'm giving it a 4.
4 out of 5?
I would agree with that. 4 out of 5.
3 out of 5. It was average, certain points were bland, and other points were predictable.
I thought it was above average. It was just there were some disappointing things in it. That's all.
I guess I felt a little bit more disappointed with certain things like John Cena and stuff. So that's kind of I guess why I'm a star below you guys. I mean, for WrestleMania, I expected it to. WrestleMania is the only time you can go over the top. Nobody went over the top with their entrances, except for a few people, and some of them were just dumb. Not the Bootios. Bootios was awesome. Bootios that gets top entrance in my opinion next to Triple H's. Other than that, there were really nothing. No special entrances done. Nothing really. It was just, and the matches were just one person on the live show. Everybody. 2 people on the live show commented in the comments, just cancel WWE Network. 2 people
really?
can't. Yeah, I don't. Now that I would never go that far.
See, that's stupid. I hate it when I see stuff like that.
That's
just
kind of, I thought, extreme. 2 people said they canceled their subscription right there and then. Now they could have been people that subscribed for the free month, so they could be just canceling their free subscription. But then maybe they're not. Maybe they've been fully subscribed for a while. That's up to them if they want to do it. Would I unsubscribe? No, because NXT is still awesome, and that's only on the network.
Yeah, so, I think that's an overreaction. That's silly.
Yeah, I wouldn't unsubscribe. It's not my choice, but I wouldn't unsubscribe from the WWE Network for it. I thought it was funny, and I laughed that some people were saying that they can't. I laughed at WWE, not the people. I laughed at them.
I'm laughing at the people because you're silly. I'll say it right now. I don't care.
That's fine.
You can comment below. I don't care.
Okay, that's understandable. But personally,
it's your money, though. Who cares?
Exactly. So people did drop their subscription. I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to see what happens on Raw and what's coming next before I determine anything as far as my future watching wrestling. But I will say this. I just expected more. I guess maybe I overthought it. I mean, I haven't watched WrestleMania. I mean, we just started 1, 2, 3 again, so I haven't watched WrestleMania. I didn't watch Seth Rollins screw Roman Reigns last year. I didn't watch any WrestleMania for the longest time, so maybe I expected over the top. Maybe I expect too much compared to what I saw last WrestleMania. Maybe. But I expected more, and I guess that's why I'm just a little disappointed in multiple things. And John Cena could have come back tomorrow. There was no reason to come back on WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I guess I just wanted more, and I didn't get it. I will say this, though. I want to thank everyone who came out on that live show. We hit 1,400 plus people who popped up while we were live streaming.
That is awesome.
And it really makes us consider if we want to do more pay-per-views in the future. So it could be a possibility.
That is really cool. That's awesome, guys.
So thank you all for being with us. I mean, some people, we had one troll, but I mean, that just proves we're doing something right. Justin said it too. It proves we're doing something right when you have somebody, cursing us out in the comments, calling us whatever.
Your views, by the way, are now up to 1,879.
Damn. To quote Ron Simmons. So
That's awesome.
I'm just really glad you guys enjoyed it, and it makes us want to do more maybe in the future. Maybe we won't just do the main event. Maybe we'll do the full pay-per-view. Who knows? Have to wait and see what the future holds is all I'm going to say. So with 4s and the 1-3, that was WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 32 in the books. Now we see what's next, and Michael can go to bed.
Good night. I will say during the live show, I pulled out my championship and said neither one of them won. It was me that was the champ. I had the belt.
Yeah, that was my belt that you took.
Well, I didn't know there were 2 belts.
Yeah, that was my belt you took.
Well,
so I'm the champion.
So that was your championship.
I let you borrow my belt.
No, I own my own belt.
No, you're
the champion of sleeping on Frontline Live.
I challenge you both. I'm gonna take both the belts. I'm gonna be a unified champion.
Yeah,
a unified same championship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
all right, Jericho.
All right, so thank you guys again for tuning in. Leave your comments below, and we'll see you next time right here on 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production. Honk!